Here we go, here we go, here we go, yeah! I thought we'd have a look at the new Fan plasma cutter. We haven't done a plasma cutter in ages. So this one's about 149 bucks, and we also get free delivery to New Zealand, so yeah! So I found another winner, especially for us fellas in New Zealand. Get in there. Oh, I love getting new shit, eh? Get out. Let's see what comes in this baby. Yeah. Looks like a water trap. We got an instruction manual that's in English, which is awesome. Probably much the same as the other plasma cutters, my friends. We've got a lump of hose. Got the usual standard issue earth clamp. Looks like we're going to be running an AG60 plasma torch on this one, which is good because the consumables are quite cheap. Spare bit of hose. Everyone loves a spare bit of hose. Got one of my favourite Hoosma flops that I get with all these machines. I think it's a 110 to 220 converter thing, but we don't need that here in New Zealand. Let's get to the nuts and bolts of it, guys. Yeah, I love new stuff. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah. Keep that for later. So it doesn't look like a bad little machine for 149 bucks. What do you reckon? I don't know if it's just the ones that I'm bloody buying, but they seem to have shrunk a little bit. You see what I mean? They sort of started off a lot bigger. This one here is actually almost twice the size of that little thing I just got. And we got bigger again. You see how they sort of all look bigger sizes? And if we have a look up here, these ones are getting really small. Weird. Maybe it's just me, my friends. Most of them seem to be the same power, but they just seem to be shrinking in size. Shrinking in size, that's the bloody real. You know all about that when you get a bit older. Anyway, let's stick this thing together, eh? Let's put the water trap on the back first. It's really easy to do, guys. Take out your screws, just take out the couple of screws that are in here. Grab your water trap. It's good that even these cheap machines, you know, everything comes supplied, which is really, really awesome. Your water trap. Get out of there. The little clip thing. I think I've done a video on this before. When you put your little clip thing on here, put the tit down, because there's a notch in here that the tit fits into. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So we won't waste too much time assembling it, my friends. But I want to see the baby cut. What do you reckon? Yee-hee! Starting to get a little bit warmer weather here in New Zealand. As you can see, the old t-shirt. I put the old leather jacket away, hopefully for the season. Starting to get into spring and summertime. My friends across the world, you guys are going to be starting to shiver in your boots shortly, aren't you? Getting into winter time, I'll be thinking of you. Christmas Day, I'll be down the beach having a barbie. And a couple of beers, of course. Might go swimming with the sharks even. Now, I think I've shown you this a couple of times before, but you know, it doesn't hurt for another time. Take that grommet thing out of there. You got an arrow that goes this direction. I'll show you what that's for in a minute. Take this out of here. Take it out the right end, Pete. A little air gauge here. I'm not going to worry about putting thread seal tape on at the moment because all I want to do is test this machine, see how she goes. I'm not worried about a little air leak at the moment. So screw them in there like so. I think this gauge might be a little bit temperamental. It might sort itself out when we put some air in it. The arrow is this direction, so your air comes in there, goes out there. So this end goes to your compressor, and this end goes to the machine. So if you grab your instruction book, it should have the bloody fittings in it. Here you go. We've got the fitting for the back of the machine here, and we've got the fitting for the air hose for the compressor. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Grab your water trap. Take that out first, idiot. Getting carried away, guys. I just can't wait to get this thing up and running. Take that little grommet out of there. Screw this sucker in that side. This end here for your compressor goes in the other side. I'm getting hot here, guys. It gives me a really good excuse to have a couple of beers. I also want to thank all those people who have brought me a coffee. It's really awesome. Doesn't actually go to buy coffee, if you know what I mean, but it helps lubricate the workshop a little bit. That's all I'm going to say. And I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Undo the top of this little doozuma flop thing. Notice I've got all the technical names for this stuff. Takes years to learn all these technical names. Screw the doozuma flop back on. Can you spot something wrong here, my friends? I got so bloody carried away putting the thing together, I was too busy talking and I put the friggin' thing around the wrong way. It's really hard to get good staff these days, I tell you. Let's take that off again, Pete, and have another bloody go. And I said with the arrows as well, I said the arrow was going that way. So the ear has got to come in this side and out the other side. You can see that we had this here on the wrong side of this machine, so the hose would have to go from there all the way down to hook onto here. So we were the wrong bloody way round. This time, let's start cooking with gas. And before you say, Pete, you must have been having too many beers. I've only had 3 today, so that can't be it. Hee. Back up there. Get the hoose in my flop again. And when you do this up, guys, don't do it too tight because it is only plastic. See what I mean? Airline in, airline out. The blue and the blue on the same bloody side. So grab that little airline that we had before, push it in until it goes click. You can trim it up, see that's about as long as a long thing, so we need to make it as short as a shorter thing. How long do we need it? I normally cut these things just short enough that it doesn't fit. We go about there. Stick them in like that. Yeehaw, Grandma. And she's looking good already. We're almost ready to cut. So we've got the ear coming in here. Now, if you're wondering what sort of compressor I'm using, I'll show you. I'm only using a little one at the moment, but it seems to get the job done. You don't need a really huge compressor, especially if you're not making long cuts. If you have a look down here, this is all I'm using, my friends. This is little baby one down here. It's the ideal amount of air just if you want to whack off some bolts or cut through some 4 or 5 mil plate, you know, with 3 or 4 inches long, something like that. But when I cut for longer lengths, I use my bigger compressor. Right, before we plug the torch and the earth lead in, let's see if the bugger will fire up, eh? Yeehaw! Here we's doing something. Wow! Woohoo! Awesome! We have got all the way from 20 amp to 55 amp. That's because I'm running on 220 volt. I think it cuts back to 35 amp if you're running it on 110. What else have we got? We have got post time. We've got pilot arc. That's the amount of time you can set for your flame to come out before you have to touch your steel. We've got post time, which goes up to 15 seconds. Pilot arc goes up to 15 seconds as well, yep. Set goes to 30 amp when we're cutting mesh. See that little sign there? That's mesh. And if we're cutting stick plate, we get there, the little square, we go right up to 55 amps. See that there? So we've got 2T and 4T. 2T is when you pull the trigger on your torch, you let the trigger go, the flame stops. 4T is you pull the trigger on your torch, you let the torch trigger go, and the flame still lights until you pull the trigger again. So pull the trigger once, stops. 4T, pull the trigger twice, stops. And what's this one over here do? That's our air check to make sure we've got air. 55 amps. Make sure we're on cut. We're cutting steel plate. I couldn't really find anything to cut, so we're not going to need killing for the next 2 or 3 months coming into summertime. Yeehaw, Grandma! $149? Yeehaw! I never liked this bloody axe anyway. So if you buy this machine through Amazon, they're offering us in New Zealand free shipping. Our American friends get free shipping all the time, of course, but it really makes a huge difference to us blokes here in New Zealand. Excellent bloody machine, $149 US dollars. Can't go wrong, really. And if you get free shipping as well, you know, you're getting it here for under probably $300. Holy hell, wish they were this price when I first started plasma cutting. Anyway, my friends, that's about it for this little baby. We'll do some more tests in another video, but this video is getting a bit long now, and you know, it's almost beer o'clock, and you know how things are. Thank you for all those people who brought me a coffee. It's really, really awesome. There's a link in the description if you want a fun Pete's beer. Remember to subscribe to Pete's Tool Shed. There's all sorts of weird and wonderful crap going on there. And you never know, one day we might even be able to have a beer together. And all the links are in the description below. See you next time, my friends.